artificial intelligence. It feels boundless, doesn't it? Incredibly exciting. But as we often say about immense power, well, it demands immense caution. Today, we're diving deep into how organizations are thoughtfully and, responsibly navigating this AI revolution. We're exploring what we call AI governance and the risks involved.
It's true. AI capabilities are expanding at just an incredible pace. And because of that, the need for robust frameworks to ensure its safe, ethical, and, well, ultimately effective deployment is more critical than ever. We're going to unpack what it truly means to manage AI governance and risk in the modern enterprise.
Right. Our mission for you today is to provide a clear, kind of concise understanding of AI governance. What it is, why it's so critical for organizations, and crucially, how leading companies are actually putting these best practices into action. We've pulled together some unique sources for this deep dive, including comprehensive insights from Informatica, practical strategies for balancing risk, and some really groundbreaking research from the Center for AI Safety. And that includes some truly valuable perspectives from our friend Kevin Brake. So let's start right at the beginning. When we talk about AI governance, what exactly are we talking about?
Okay. At its core, AI governance is really a structured set of principles, standards, and practices. These guide how AI is managed and used within an organization. Its fundamental purpose is to ensure AI is developed and utilized in ways that are reliable, trustworthy, and responsible.
Okay.
Think of it as outlining the policies and frameworks needed to minimize potential risks. Things like, biased outputs, non-compliance with regulations, security threats, or privacy breaches.
So it's not just about compliance then, it's also about building trust right from the ground up.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is its broad scope. It encompasses the entire AI system lifecycle, from its initial design all the way through to its operation. The aim is always accountability, transparency, and fairness in every single step.
Okay, so we know what it is, but to truly grasp its importance, we need to look at what AI governance is actually trying to achieve. What are those sort of core objectives?
Yeah, there are several key objectives, and they're all pretty interconnected. First, it's about promoting trustworthiness. This means ensuring AI models and data are managed according to established practices to build confidence. Our sources highlight that organizations are finding these unforeseen boosts in internal adoption, even external partnerships, when their AI frameworks are transparent and, auditable.
That's a great point. It's not just about avoiding the negatives, but actively building positives.
Precisely. Second, it's ensuring fairness, which means constantly monitoring data quality for biases and drifts to prevent skewed outcomes and those infamous hallucinations.
Oh, yes, the hallucination.
Yeah, where the AI, maybe in its eagerness to complete a thought, might just invent facts. It's not malicious, but it can be incredibly misleading. Third, enhancing transparency, providing visibility and explainability into AI models and their decisions, moving beyond that black box perception.
Crucial.
Fourth, protecting data privacy, which is huge given the large volumes of diverse, often sensitive data AI systems consume. Fifth, facilitating compliance, making sure AI initiatives adhere to these fast-emerging global regulations throughout their life cycle. And interestingly, encouraging innovation.
That one feels a bit counterintuitive, governance encouraging innovation.
It does sound it, right?
Yeah.
But effective governance actually frees up teams to innovate more boldly. By clearly defining the guardrails, engineers and data scientists can experiment faster. They know they're operating within safe, responsible boundaries instead of being, paralyzed by uncertainty.
That's a powerful argument for getting this right, and the consequences of getting it wrong are very real. You mentioned risks like biased outputs, non-compliance. Can you paint a clearer picture? What can a lack of proper oversight actually cost a business? Maybe some real-world examples.
Oh, the cost can be steep. Without proper oversight, AI can unfortunately lead to really unreliable outcomes. That causes significant harm to a company's reputation. It can lead to financial losses and attract intense regulatory scrutiny. We've seen compelling examples in our sources, for instance, the remote tutoring company iTutor Group.
I think I read about that.
Yeah, they had to pay $365,000 to settle an age discrimination suit. Why? Because their AI-powered recruiting software automatically rejected older applicants.
Wow, that's a very tangible cost right there.
Absolutely. And similarly, Air Canada was ordered to pay damages after its virtual assistant gave a passenger incorrect information about a bereavement discount. On a broader scale, the risks include, complete loss of trust, increased operational and security risks, internal resistance to even adopting AI.
Which kills innovation right there.
Exactly. Poor decision-making stemming from biased or inaccurate data, non-compliance with regulations, and of course, severe brand reputation damage that can take years, literally years, to recover from.
So while avoiding those pitfalls is a huge driver, it's definitely not just about defense, is it? There are significant business advantages to getting AI governance right.
Oh, absolutely. The tangible business benefits are substantial and I think often overlooked. For one, it directly leads to improved reliability of AI outcomes. That comes from establishing frameworks for transparency, accountability, quality controls. It also significantly reduces compliance risks, proactively minimizing liabilities, costly fines, by aligning AI systems with legal and regulatory requirements.
Makes sense.
Effective governance also directly ensures explainability, providing clear insights into how those AI-driven decisions are actually made. This is huge for internal buy-in and external auditability.
That explainability point seems absolutely key. If you can't explain it, how can you possibly trust it or improve it?
It's exactly right. It also promotes secure collaboration. By outlining clear protocols for data and AI usage, you foster innovation while protecting sensitive information. Crucially, it builds stakeholder trust, creates a predictable, trustworthy environment, and directly addresses concerns people have about accuracy, fairness, responsible use. And finally, a well-governed AI environment actively boosts AI fluency across the organization.
AI fluency. How so?
Well, it makes AI concepts more accessible through clear documentation, structured training programs, which is vital when you consider that, 60% of organizations cite limited skills as a barrier to AI success. Good governance becomes an enabler here, not a blocker.
Okay, so with these clear benefits in mind, how do organizations actually build this robust governance? What are the foundational components, the things that really make it work on the ground?
There are essentially 6 core components we see. First, core values and principles. This means identifying your ethical principles upfront, things like fairness, transparency, privacy, accountability, safety, societal impact.
Setting the ethical compass first.
Precisely. Second, policies and procedures. You have to operationalize these principles into day-to-day business processes, especially for data quality, data protection, and model monitoring. Third, organizational governance structures. This means creating dedicated bodies, assigning clear roles and responsibilities across cross-functional teams. We're talking chief data officers, legal, IT, data scientists, data stewards, business leaders, even the end users. It really is a collective effort.
It sounds like it needs to sort of permeate the entire organization, not just sit siloed in one department.
That's exactly right. Fourth is AI fluency and culture. This highlights the necessity of comprehensive training and awareness programs for all stakeholders. You need to build that shared sense of responsibility. Fifth, monitoring and risk management. Establishing ongoing processes to measure how effective the governance programs are, track compliance, system performance, ethical implications, and proactively identify and address risks as they pop up.
Always watching, always adjusting.
Always. And finally, and this is crucial, data management platforms. AI models require massive, complex data volumes, right? And organizations often struggle. We see them using maybe 5 or more fragmented tools. You need modern, integrated AI-powered platforms. We saw examples like Informatica's Intelligent Data Management Cloud or IDMC. That kind of platform provides integrated capabilities across the entire AI lifecycle.
So with all these components in place or being built, what are some of the practical best practices organizations should really prioritize to make this effective day to day?
A few definitely stand out. Data quality management is just paramount because data integrity directly impacts the reliability of AI outcomes. You know, the saying, garbage in, garbage out.
The class.
It still holds true. Then, privacy and security. Implementing robust standards to mitigate breaches and protect sensitive data. That's table stakes. Stakeholder engagement is also key. It promotes transparency and accountability by involving diverse teams, ensuring you're building human-centered AI that aligns with human values. Regulatory compliance, obviously non-negotiable. Organizations have to stay updated on evolving laws like the EU AI Act, and even things like DORA.
DORA.
Yeah, the Digital Operation Resilience Act. It specifically impacts financial entities in Europe, but the principles are spreading. And finally, kind of interestingly, using AI for data management itself. Leveraging AI-powered tools to automate governance processes, that helps maintain reliability, especially as data volumes just continue to skyrocket.
We focused a lot on what can go wrong and how to build these strong frameworks to prevent that. But our sources introduce a fascinating, maybe even counterintuitive perspective on risk from our friend Kevin Brake. This might just change how you think about AI adoption.
That's right. What's really fascinating here is Kevin Brake's view that you can actually be too risk-averse when it comes to AI.
Too risk-averse. How so?
Well, he argues that to truly encourage adoption, you need to make it really easy for people to understand what they're not allowed to do,
Hmm.
rather than trying to define every single possible thing they can do.
So instead of a massive, daunting rulebook, it's more about clear guardrails. He suggests it's not about that, 30-page document, but a simple one-page sheet of business rules, very clearly focused on what not to do, coupled with a quick, maybe 30-minute training session. Then you let people play. That sounds incredibly liberating almost.
His reasoning is quite compelling, actually. Trying to cover every possible scenario for AI use is simply impossible. He compares it to trying to list every single use case for the internet. You just can't. This kind of exhaustive approach, he argues, confuses people, makes them nervous, and can lead to significant resistance to AI adoption within an organization. It basically stifles innovation out of fear.
He offers some great concrete examples, too, for areas like audit and assurance. You always need to safeguard sensitive client data, right? Making sure it's not uploaded where it shouldn't be. That's a clear don't. And you always need to understand and ensure the reliability of the source data the AI model is using, another clear boundary. These are do-nots, not an endless list of do's.
Exactly. Kevin Brake sees managing AI risk kind of like a dial, something you can fine-tune depending on your business goals and how you want to use AI. His crucial message is really clear. Preparing for AI risk prevention now is the key. It's about proactive, focused prevention, not exhaustive, paralyzing prohibition.
Moving beyond these very practical approaches, what does the future hold for AI governance more broadly, and what kind of cutting-edge research is happening out there?
Yeah, AI governance is, without a doubt, rapidly evolving. Governments worldwide are actively working on comprehensive regulatory frameworks. They're emphasizing transparency, fairness, accountability. We're seeing a clear drive for more adaptive frameworks too. Things like the integration of AI-powered automation to streamline these governance processes, an enhanced user experience to make systems more accessible, and a significant increase in AI literacy across the board. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's really about making AI both innovative and safe for everyone.
And it sounds like some organizations are already looking way beyond just current systems.
They are. And this raises an important question about fundamental research, the really deep stuff. That's where organizations like the Center for AI Safety, or CAIS, come in. Their mission is specifically focused on reducing societal scale risks from artificial intelligence. They pursue two main categories of research. First, technical AI research. This focuses on improving the safety of existing AI systems.
Like the ones we use today.
Exactly. This includes areas like biosecurity. They have projects like their virology capabilities test, machine ethics, seen in things like the MASC benchmark, and robustness, which they address with work like Harm Bench and developing tamper-resistant safeguards.
So they're actually building tools and tests to directly measure and improve AI safety.
Precisely. Then second, they conduct conceptual research. This takes a much broader, multidisciplinary approach. They draw insights from fields like safety engineering, international relations, even philosophy, to create frameworks for understanding both the current technical challenges and those bigger, maybe longer-term societal risks. Examples here include things like superintelligence strategy, unsolved problems in ML safety, and AI deception. It's a very holistic approach to understanding and hopefully mitigating the most profound potential risks down the line.
It's incredible how much ground we've covered in this deep dive. I mean, from the foundational definitions of AI governance, its components, to practical implementation, understanding how to balance risk with innovation, thanks to those insights from Kevin Breaktree, and then looking at the critical, future-focused research happening at places like the Center for AI Safety.
Absolutely. And thinking about everything we've discussed today, maybe especially Kevin Brake's idea of that one-page rule sheet, here's something for you to mull over. How might you apply that concept of what not to do to maybe simplify risk management or even encourage innovation in your own projects or perhaps even aspects of your daily life?
A great thought to end on. If you found this deep dive valuable, please do take a moment to like it and maybe leave a comment. Your engagement really helps us bring more insights like this to you. For more information on today's discussion, we definitely recommend exploring resources from organizations like Informatica. Check out their Intelligent Data Management Cloud and the Center for AI Safety. We're always learning, and we certainly hope you are too.